Hello everyone and welcome to the Break Run. My name is Frank.
And my name is Matthew. And today we're going to be discussing all the amazing things that were announced at the D23 Expo in California.
So this year at D23, a lot of new exciting things were announced for all the parks, especially for Walt Disney World. So first, starting off with Epcot. Ellen's Energy Adventure closed after its long run, and it's going to be replaced with a Guardians of the Galaxy ride. And also at Epcot, they're getting a new restaurant next to Mission Space, which looks really cool. Looks like you could sit basically in outer space and eat, and also a Ratatouille ride. So what do we think about all these new exciting additions?
Oh, I mean, it's incredible. Epcot is going through such a huge transition.
Yeah.
They started off as kind of this vision of the future. I mean, they literally were the experimental prototype community of tomorrow.
Yeah.
And now they're really taking a different approach to the park. Now, really becoming a place filled with intellectual properties.
Yeah. So basically, like we've seen them like really open with no real IPs. It's just all original concepts. But now we have Frozen, that was an ad, and now Guardians of the Galaxy and Ratatouille, which they kind of didn't really say what exactly they're going to be, or just like, hey, we're getting these things. But what do we think about just the two IPs coming to the park in general?
I mean, at first you would think that maybe it's a little random, but honestly, the more I've thought about it, it really does make sense. I mean, Ratatouille works perfectly in France. I mean, it's in the France Pavilion. And then Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, the thing is, that movie is a lot about kind of the future and kind of what we envision our world to be. So in a way, I think it will work pretty well in the Universe of Energy. And I really do like how they put in kind of the marketing campaign for it, like how Star-Lord, was in Epcot as a kid.
That's really cool, yeah.
So they really did a great job, not just like putting these random IPs in the park and saying, okay, just accept it. Like, they actually gave reasoning.
Because I think all these work. Because I think that Epcot is lacking on major e-ticket attractions. Like, especially for me, like if I go to Epcot, I just want to do some rides. There's not really a lot of rides besides like Test Track, Soarin', Mission Space. But I think Guardians is going to add another really cool, probably thrill ride. And another issue is there's not really a lot of rides in the pavilions. So if you come to do like rides or attractions, you're not even going to go to the whole World Showcase Center of the park and go around to the countries. But now actually you'll have this Ratatouille ride, which will be a really good family ride. So I think overall these additions, so I don't really know a lot about, are really good.
Yeah.
And I also think the restaurant seems like a great fit, which it's kind of weird that like there's already so many restaurants in Epcot. It's basically like a giant food court.
It really is.
But I think it's good that they're having something in Future World, because if like you're in a Future World, you're like, oh, I want to do a nice dinner. Oh, got to walk across the whole park, which is a big park. So I think that works really well too.
And it's going to get a lot of kids to come back to the park, because I think a lot of people think of Epcot as this kind of like adult park.
Yeah.
But ever since Frozen Ever After, it's really starting to get kids to come back, and I think Disney really likes that.
Yeah. So it's really the whole park is changing, it seems like. And speaking of another park that's changing is definitely Hollywood Studios.
Oh yes.
Not really a lot was announced because they're getting Toy Story Land and Star Wars Land,
which we already knew about.
Yeah. But they closed the Great Movie Ride, which is kind of sad, and they're getting Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So what do we think about that?
Well, I'm very excited about the ride. I mean, it seems like every time they make a ride, they keep upping their game. And I think this ride will be no different. I mean, there's going to be 3D technology, but it's not going to require glasses.
Yeah, so I was like, how are they going to do it? But I'm kind of glad, because I think people are getting annoyed that like every single ride at any of the parks is just 3D glasses. People are tired of here's new 3D glasses, especially with us with glasses. It's kind of annoying and whatnot. But see, I'm kind of mixed on it. I think that because this is also the first ride ever based on Mickey, and it's Walt Disney World. Everyone thinks of Mickey, but there's no Mickey ride until really now. So I think that's kind of cool. I really wish they kind of just kept Great Movie Ride and just kind of refurbed it, make it more Disney ride. Like, I love the Alien part of it, but it's like, it's Disney, really, like they don't really need Alien. But we really don't know more about it. I think we need to wait. I can't really judge it now so early, but I'm kind of mixed on it right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree that I think that a ride like that is perfect for Disney World. I just don't know if it works well enough to replace an attraction as iconic as the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah.
I feel like rather than replacing something like that, maybe they could have put it in just a different part of the park. Maybe put another, replace it with another attraction that wasn't as popular. I mean, when I think of Hollywood Studios, I think of the Great Movie Ride, because it's the essence of what Hollywood Studios is all about. So I think kind of going with like Epcot, how Hollywood Studios like Epcot is really changing its vision. So I think this is kind of Disney's way of saying, hey guys,
something new,
different park.
So, really different park.
Really different.
Now Magic Kingdom. The biggest announcement was the Tron coaster coming, which looks like it's going to be a carbon copy of the one in Shanghai, and it's going to be in Tomorrowland, which is a good area of the park for it.
Oh, sure.
And it's going to be placed behind Space Mountain, behind the Tomorrowland Speedway. So what do we think about a big coaster coming to Magic Kingdom?
Well, I mean, I think when the rumors were still first going about it, I think people were starting to get concerned that Tomorrowland Speedway would get taken away.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing that happened when they announced it at D23 and they showed the concept art, everyone was thinking, oh, thank goodness, Speedway is staying. So I think that's really nice because lately Disney has just been replacing stuff with other rides. Seems to be the first time in a while that they've actually added a new place rather than just like tearing down.
Which is, I'm really glad about that. They're not like scrapping another thing. They're going to make way for it and they're going to add it.
Yeah.
But I think the coaster looks really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited.
There's a few things that I'm hesitant about as of now. One, that you're having, this is going to be one of like basically Disney's biggest coasters they're ever building, especially for Magic. Is this coaster too big for Magic Kingdom? Like more thrill-wise, because it goes like almost 60 miles per hour, and it's going to be an indoor coaster right next to Space Mountain, the other part, indoor coaster. So is it? And the entrance is going to be right there. Is it going to Is that going to make Space Mountain not look as good? That's what I'm kind of worried about.
Yeah, I mean, I remember talking about it with some of my friends, and we were talking about how. Yeah, even though Space Mountain is a pretty thrilling ride, and having another thrilling ride right next to it is kind of weird, Space Mountain is a classic, and I don't think that any ride...
It's one of my favorite rides ever built.
Yeah, I don't think that anything could ever possibly take that value of it away, whatever ride you have right next to it. So I personally don't think it should be too much of an issue. I think that people are going to decide, well, either do Space Mountain or Tron, or possibly even both. I don't think that it's really going to take away from anything.
I don't think it's not more take away, but now is it too, because Magic Kingdom's like that, basically the definition of a family theme park.
Yeah.
Is this too big, or is it maybe good so more like teenagers and older people could enjoy a thrill ride?
I think Disney definitely needs a lot more thrilling rides. I don't think that it's too thrilling just because like Rock and Roller Coaster and Hollywood Studios.
And Everest too.
Oh yeah, and Everest. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of thrilling rides at Disney, you just kind of have to find them. So I don't think it's going to be too thrilling. And if it is, then there's just going to be less people on the ride, which I think is, good because as we know, sometimes Disney struggles with, lines.
Yeah, it's definitely going to have a long wait time. And another thing I'm kind of concerned about is kind of because it's like kind of like a jet bike coaster.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that's going to really work for like a big park. Like it works in like a small, like a Six Flags park, whatever.
Right.
But because especially at Disney, it's efficiency. Basically, want to make sure everyone can ride. You want to have short wait times and stuff.
Yeah.
Or they have a lot of issues with like guests with disabilities or that have bigger body size. Wouldn't that's one thing I'm kind of concerned about, but I have total trust in Disney. They're going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, and I think dealing with like Flight of Passage and kind of going through that same situation with people with different sizes and disabilities, I think that Flight of Passage might be a good kind of learning lesson for them, so that whatever issues they had at Shanghai, maybe they can fix it at Magic Kingdom.
Exactly.
So
And then finally for Magic Kingdom is they're getting a new theater, which it's going to go somewhere in Main Street. We don't know like the exact location. We don't know what the show is going to be. Besides, it's going to be more like a Broadway style. What do we think about that?
I'm so excited actually. I mean, I think that it was a huge surprise when it was announced.
Yeah, we were like, wait, what?
It just kind of came out of nowhere, but no, I'm very, very glad that something like that is coming to Magic Kingdom. Really, any Disney park. They
don't have a lot of shows.
They really don't. A lot of people don't realize that. Like the proportion of rides to shows is kind of high, and I think that having a show rather than just another ride
is good.
It adds variety, and I mean you can't go wrong with the Disney Broadway show.
And now the last Walt Disney World Park, Animal Kingdom, which they didn't really announce too much, but we weren't anticipating anything because they just opened up Rivers of Light and more importantly Pandora.
Right.
So they literally just opened those. There's no really big surprise that they're getting a major expansion, especially that all the stuff is coming by 2021 for the 50th.
Right.
They just got this. They might maybe something small, but the focus is definitely the two main focuses are Hollywood Studios, Epcot, Magic Kingdom definitely getting some love, and then Animal Kingdom just got its love. So basically, besides everything that's coming to all 4 parks, there's surprisingly a lot just coming resort-wide too. So there's going to be a new Skyline transportation system that's basically going to connect you from a few hotels to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, which seems really cool and fascinating. Yeah. They're also going to get a Star Wars resort, which is going to be like a new exclusive resort. It's not going to be just like a regular hotel. So that seems really exciting too. Oh, yeah. And then a new like mini bus transportation system. So basically just it's amazing how much they're putting into Walt Disney World just in the next 5 years alone.
Right. I mean, there's so much. I think that some people are kind of concerned by how long it's going to take to eventually get these attractions and experiences.
Yeah.
But I think they really wanted to get people excited because I think in the past couple of years there really hasn't been a whole lot. I think the largest thing really has been Pandora.
Yeah, because besides Pandora, in like the last 10 years, they haven't really gotten too many new attractions or anything.
Right.
So they need something to bring the tourists back to Orlando to get something new. And I think one of the smartest things was they kind of learned their biggest failure with Pandora, which was announcing it too early and giving like a set release date. So like they're like, oh, it's going to open up this year. Nope. So I think now they didn't really announce any opening date for anything besides it's going to probably be open by 2021. So I think you're going to have stuff like kind of slow open. Like I don't think it's going to be one day everything's going to be open. I think it's going to be maybe 2019, a few things 2020, a few things 2021, a few things. So I think that's smart.
They want people to keep coming back. If you had everything open at the exact same time, it's going to be all at one time, and then no one's going to really want to come back. I feel like this is the first time that D23 and the whole Disney company is really encouraging people to come to the entire Disney World property for years to come, versus in the past where it's just been, oh, come to Magic Kingdom in a few years. But this is like, just go to Disney World and see everything. So I mean, this is really huge. This is a game changer to me.
So I think overall, we both agree everything is pretty much an A+. There's some things we're kind of a little iffy on, but I think overall this is really exciting, really solid for everything coming to Walt Disney World in the future. So what do you guys think? What do you think about all the announcements coming from D23? What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? Let us know in the comments below.
Thank you guys for watching, and as always, please be sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook and our YouTube channel.
All right, guys. Thanks so much, and have a great day. Bye.